So it was announced a few days ago that Regular Show is coming back, though not necessarily in the way you might think. The announcement came at Annecy Film Festival, where Warner Bros. Discovery announced multiple reboots and sequels were coming for just about every old Cartoon Network show from our childhoods. Among these were Adventure Time, The Amazing World of Gumball, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, Totally Spies, and yes, Regular Show. Now, details are scarce at this time, and Cartoon Network isn't giving us much to work with in terms of the plot of the new series or its planned release date. Although, there are still some small clues we can use to guess what this new series could be about. However, before we get into that, let's quickly ask ourselves a couple questions. First, do we need this show? Regular Show ended in January of 2017. That was only 7 years ago. Is that too soon to bring back a show? I mean, Reg Show was on Cartoon Network for almost a decade and had nearly 250 episodes aired during that time. Regular Show was widely celebrated during its run, resulting in the series winning multiple awards and being nominated for even more. Given its continued popularity, it may have just been a matter of time before the series returned in some way. Is this too soon though? Should Cartoon Network have waited longer before bringing Reg Show out of retirement? Another question we need to ask ourselves is, do we even want this show? We live in the age of nostalgia bait, where major corporations try and sell us our childhoods in any shape or form they can. Media companies like Warner Bros. Are no different. They know Regular Show is beloved by fans, and they would rather cash in on that pre-established fan base rather than create something new. The problem is that when you bring back a pre-established franchise, you run the risk of hollowing out the brand and damaging its image if this new series isn't a success. Now, the good news is, I don't think this will be the case with Regular Show. My reason for this belief is the fact that the original creator of Regular Show himself, J.G. Quintel, is returning to helm this new series. I've loved everything J.G. has done, not just Reg Show, but also The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack, where J.G. served as a creative director and writer for the series. Then there's J.G.'s spiritual successor to Regular Show, Close Enough, which feels very similar to Reg Show in both its tone and its sequence of events, where it starts out normal but quickly turns into utter madness. So the fact that J.G. is returning to run this series puts me, and I'm sure a lot of other fans, at ease. Now, let's get into what the plot of this series will be. The thing is, we don't know. Cartoon Network is keeping a tight lid on the plot of this series. I think most fans would guess that the show will just pick up with Mordecai and Rigby 25 years later and tell new stories with the characters at this different stage in their lives. And don't get me wrong, that could work. However, that's not really where I think this show is going. IGN reported that this new series will, quote, feature some characters from the original series. Let me read that again. Feature some characters. That to me gives the impression that this is not necessarily a sequel to Reg Show like most fans would assume it would be, but is rather a spin-off, meaning its story and characters will be set in the Regular Show universe and the series will be canon, but not necessarily following the group we know. Now, what the story will end up being is yet to be seen. There are definitely some cool ideas that I know that I would like to see. Let me throw a couple at you. How about a prequel series with a young Benson getting his job at the park and becoming friends with Pops and Skips? Or how about a series that shows Thomas on his adventures of being a spy? I personally would like either of these ideas better than just picking up with Mordecai and Rigby. And I say that just because I think it's too soon to see those characters, and it doesn't feel earned. I think in a few more years, however, it will be. But I'm curious to know your thoughts on this new Regular Show series, so let me know down in the comments section. Now, I threw this video together at the very last minute as I didn't plan on talking about this news, but one of my subs asked me about it. So shout out to you. So if you enjoyed this short video, make sure to leave a like on it, subscribe, and click the notification bell to be notified when I drop my next video. Also, guys, please feel free to check out my Patreon. I'm trying to build a community over there where we all can chat as friends and even live stream. My lowest paid tier is just $5, and there are a bunch of cool benefits like getting your name featured in the video, or voting on what my next video should be about, or a monthly live Q&A session with me where I live stream to you guys. So please feel free to check it out. Now I've got to get out of here and go work on my next video, so I'll see you in the next one.